Whoosh! Top to morning, laddies. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the custom car. Or not, sorry. Welcome to the. What if Deku was the darkest night? And no, I am not gonna do just. I'm not gonna do Batman one. This is a different version. So basically, yeah. So, yeah. So, before we jump right into it, a little disclaimer. I am not going to base this on, any, like, any other anime characters. So, yeah. And also, I'm also adding Zumi into this what if, so, yeah. And plus, I forgot to make a poll of the what if him for good wives. So basically, when I picked is either Ochako or Bunny Girl. Sorry, I just was laughing my head off. Sorry. So, basically, and also, I am gonna skip all the way to, the most memorable moments, because I don't want to make this video really super long, so that's why So, without further ado, let's jump right into the what if. Let me get back to where it was, right here. So, what the heck? Okay. So, let's start things off with Zumi and Zuko, or let's start things off in the past, where because this is an alternate universe thing, and because is an alternate version of the canon and manga, so there's a knight that takes, or this is called Growler. And Growler used to be a fiercest warrior, but no one knows his actual name. But Zuko is his actual name, because he's a past self. He got corrupted by basically the souls of the guilty. So, yeah, people that, because Zuko or Growler is his ancient history name for the armor's name, but I was gonna call it Destroyer, but then I was like, you know what? There's already a Destroyer armor in Marvels called Destroyer, so yeah. But Zuko's. Don't ask me how I created this, I just created a script, before, and it said that Zuko lived in two different time periods. The past, medieval times, and the modern day. So, in the past, Zuko always terrorized the villains. Citizens sees him as a hero. But they all call him Hero of Destruction. And yeah, he destroys evil creatures and evil ones. But when he died, he reincarnated into modern day as Zuko Midoriya. Because there was Zuko Destroyer was his past name. And no one knows about that part in the past. As, yeah. No one knew how powerful Zuko really gets when he's angry. So, yeah. So, now we get into modern day where Zuko and Zumi were born. And Zuko, and Zumi went to the Quark Doctor, yada yada. The Quark Doctor tells Zuko that he's quirkless. Everyone hates him. And yeah. So then including his own sister, because they don't need a weakling like him to be him, like, you know. So 2:15, and Zuko goes to a quirkless school. He meets some friends, like Shield Girl. And Shield Girl ends up loving on him. But his, like, when he was, like, 2 years old, or no, 3 years old, Ochako loves him, or used to love him, but now she hates him. As the day goes by, or one day goes by, because he was abandoned, and he goes to, like, the cemetery thing, as he sees these many souls as they turn and looked at him. And they know who he is. The Zuko Destroyer was his ancient part of him. So the ancient Destroyer shows up in front of Zuko. Because Zuko wasn't born with being quirkless. He had the power of infinity. Endless memories. But Zuko, Destroyer, was born with the power of 0. And he could destroy stuff without any hesitation. As both Zuko's fused together and creating an ultimate Zuko. As this version of Zuko is way more dangerous. As he absorbed. So he fused with his ancient self. And so then both selves are entwined, like basically fused together. As both Zukus are, like, basically the most powerfulest being in the world. That even, yeah. So he felt whole again. Because before, like at age of 3, he felt like he was part of something that doesn't even exist anymore. So then, yeah. So then the Destroyer, her armor that appeared on his body. But it's way more like it evolved and it adjusted to his fighting style. Yeah. Into, not ladder, but into, yeah, I'll just use this one. So, Zuko's was so powerful that even, yeah, as all the guilt from every quirks, or every, like, ancient part of him, part of Zuko was absorbed and reformed into modern day. As Zuko's is now whole again because yeah. So when Zuko, or so both Zuko's, or should I say Zuko Midoriya, that's what they all called, or that's what his used to be name, but he's called Destroyer Ultimate. Yeah. So then he goes around, he kills villains around the world. He stayed clear of the prison versions. Yeah. So, yeah, he kills everybody. Or he kills all the villains that threaten him. Yeah. So then yeah, as everyone, they could hear sounds, screaming blood, as the government says, whoever is doing this, we need to bring them to justice, because with that much power, or whoever's doing it, must be stopped before all the villains get wiped out. Yes, I agree. As the news reports comes out, as Zuko, or as the news spreads out of the power of a villain that's killing others, this is powerful. So he calms down, and he goes to the sports festival. Because he done that for... Yeah, because with a crime rate dropped to 0, Zuko... So the destroyer went back to normal. As Zuko's like... So then the sports festival happens. But at the end of it, any volunteers to whom... Again, Zumi Midoriya. As Zuko raises his hand, I will. As he looks over, they're like, okay. Manumi has hatred for her brother, so it is perfect. So Zuko puts on UA clothes thing. Because they recommended it. As he says, sure. And Zuko is like, well, this is what he looks like. He says, ready? Yeah. So Zumi really wants to kill Zuko so bad. As you're just like Endeavor. As he starts laughing. As a fight starts, Azumi comes in with a first punch, but Zuko dodged it out of the way faster than... As he says, you didn't punch right through me. As Zumi ends up getting angry because every hit she got angrier. Like, she can't know why why her brother's dodging her attacks. Because she's literally using 75% of her power of One for All. And Zuko is still caught up with her as he's dodging the attacks. As he says, Are you done? And Zumi's like, no, I'm not done. And she uses her fire blast that she got from, like, because Asashi and had fire breathing. So when Zuko knows that he can't dodge it because there's people around. And Zuko says, now it's my turn. As Zuko's eyes, he says that in the darkest aura. Now, darkness illumination. As Zuko's covered the entire ring in shadows of darkness. And, yeah. Azumi is like trying to find where Zuko was at. As Zuko punched Zumi around like a little rag doll in it. If you do that, then you're burning up all the oxygen of your own body. You really hate me that much? Huh. You're the weakling. You're so slow. You don't know anything about having so much power. compared to what I do. You know that little story that the Inca always told you? Who? About that black night? Or darkness night? And she's like, yeah. Well, I do know that its name is actually Zuko Midoriya. But it's called Zuko the Destroyer. As everybody from the outside could hear that, and when they heard that Zuko, there was two Zukus, as when the smoke, or when the, not smoke, when the darkness formed, or evaporated, as they see a man wearing armor, as he says, you're pretty weak, Zumi Midoriya. As they can't believe that this kid was the ancient kids was an ancient hero of destruction and despair. Yeah, well, Zuko was like, I feel whole again. Because during the when I was 3 years old, I kind of felt half of my body missing from my own soul was half. But now this is the ultimate power. As he picks up his blade, and it caught on fire. Like the flaming sword. As he says, no, perish. As he does the slice, like one of those anime characters. Like how Krona did that slice move, but instead of going underhand, he went overhand. And she embraced the impact. And yeah. Okay? So, yeah. Hold on just 1 second. Yeah. So, yeah. Quiet, dogs. So, yeah. So, yeah, Zuko, as Azumi flew out of the ring, hit her back on the wall of the stadium. As the attack destroyed the entire, 90 degrees, yeah. Yeah. That's how large the attack was. As he says, as many pro heroes shows up to wow, we never had to battle against an ancient hero whom as Endeavor's glad that because he heard stories about and the Zuko of Destruction was a ancient hero that could rival anyone that is see fit. As Zuko looks at him now, because there was all the pro heroes, as the people are like, oh boy, modern day versus past. And the Ezuku comes in as he knocks them all out in fast and 0.1% faster than that is about 6 trillion tons, like 0.1% faster than any normal person can ever. As the pro heroes drop like flies, as everyone's eyes widen, Eden, as they can't believe. Bakugo can't believe that his friend was an ancient hero. As he remembers, Zuko said, because when they were 3 years old, Zuko or Bakugo asked him, "Why are you always so down?" It feels like as little Zuko says, "I feel like it's part of me is missing." Yeah. So then, getting back on track, Zuko left. The Zuko of Destruction left. And he knocks them out. They're unconscious, but they're still alive. And everybody can't believe it. Still, an ancient hero risen from the grave is like, as everybody's in a panic mode. As Todoroki looks at his father lying there on the ground, knocked out. As Bunny Girl was the first one up after he left. As she can't believe that a ancient one is stronger than modern day people. So, and because in this universe because the past, they had heroes in the past as too, just like how real world is. But in that universe, the heroes, ancient heroes, they're called ancient heroes. Because, and some people see them as the Lord of the many types. Some have their Lord of Searing Flames, Lord of Striking Thunders, Lord of Phantasm, Lord of Destruction, and like anything. But they got the most dangerous one, Zuko the Destroyer. yeah, as everyone can't believe it, that everyone so everyone was in a panic mode. Like, they can't believe, they can't even step outside without seeing his face. What was underneath, like, what it was under the mask. Yeah. As Zuko the Destroyer, or Zuko Midoriya, that's what they all... Yeah, sorry. I had a little bit of a cough, so... So, yeah. So then basically, Zuko was shocked the world. Like, the government wants him to be brought in. But the government girl, the girl that was of the protection thing, or heroes protection unit thing, told them that we probably need to bring him into, like, to see if he can become a hero. Yeah, but how can we convince an ancient person to do that? In some history books that we have, know that he's the most dangerous person in the world. More dangerous than All For One himself. Oh. And if those two meet face to face, Hood would win. So, yeah. So, a couple weeks passed. Time skip to the All Might versus All For One. And so All Might was down, but not out. As All For One's like, I'm more dangerous than that lunatic or an ancient. And now, so then it's time for me to finish you off and go find him, find Zuko. Yeah, so basically, Zuko was the nearby as he sees it, as All For One was about to shoot a laser, or does shoot a laser. So the Zuko of Destruction comes in, blocks the attack, and throws it on the ground as he says, "You shall not harm my friends of the modern, or these kids," because they know, because he's an ancient, he's very old, so not senile, but he still has sharp skills, like sorry, that's my foot itching, so yeah. So yeah, Zuko used all of his power all at once, and he killed All For One right then and there. And All For One was in his prime, so killing him is like an instant kill. So then everybody was shocked. as they can't believe him that the so if a All For One can't beat him, Pro Heroes can't beat them, they're all screwed. So yeah. So then, but let's say Ochako was captured. Or not captured, though. Yeah. Let's say Ochako was captured this time. So she ran up to him as she had no hatred in her heart. Because the reason why she had hatred was because her anger. No, not her anger. Yeah, she had angry for Zuko, who's quirkless, but besides that, when she witnessed her boyfriend's actual power, and Zuko did have a quirk, but it was like half a quirk. It was similar to his sister's, but he can't just like make like flaming walls, like barrier around him, because that will burn up his oxygen. So yeah. But when he combined with his ancient self, his quirk became a whole. Oh. So, yeah. Cassie! Come down. Stupid dog. Not really, but yeah. So, let me close this door yeah. So then Ochako ends up, hugs him and asks him to stop, as he looks at him, he looks at her, because he was, because he was a same size as an Endeavor. Yeah, so he was pretty big guy. And so then when Ochako hugs him, so then everybody's like, no, he will kill you. But then Zuko looks down as he sees her. So, as he kneels down, as he hugs her, instead of stabs her or throw her away, as he wanted, as he never had this moment, because he's always been that person that never got loved by everyone. He only got so much hatred and by everyone that he forgot all about love. And Ochako, where is Ochako? Yeah. So the Ochako ends up. Where is that stupid Ochako? So, give me a minute to find. Yeah. So she finally hugs him. and finally confessed her true feelings. Yeah. And she loves him no matter what. So then, yeah. So he ends up laying. He wanted, yeah. So then the government comes in and tries to take him away, but But they asked him a simple question. It was actually the detective asked him that question of like, Zuko, do you want to be a hero? As he starts laughing. Yeah, I do. That's always been my dream. Either a past version or present version. But as long as I was whole. But I have the rage that needs to be dealt with first. It's towards a certain man. His name's Quark Doctor, I believe. Or actually, his title is Quark Doctor. As Zuko says, for lying to me. As about me not having a quirk. As, yeah. So then Nezu, when Ochako heard that Zuko had a quirk, or actually Zumi, when she heard that her brother had a quirk, he basically launched like a rocket and lands right in front of the Quark Doctor's lab. Basically, like, done. There we are, Quark Doctor. Ah, you found where I was. As Zuko says, yeah. I'm kind of mad that you lied to me about it. Yes, you had. It was that, or either Zuko, or no, either if I told you the truth that you had a quirk, but it was half. But seeing that you actually have a full quirk, I'm glad. As Zuko's sword, or he raises his sword to the... If you pull any funny tricks, I will slice you right here, right now. Okay. As he gets sliced up anyways. Yeah. So then... Yeah. He destroyed the entire lab. As he goes back and... Yeah. So then the time skip to the future. And... Future... So Zuko gets married to Ochako and ends up having 2 kids, or no, actually 3 kids, and 2 boys, 1 girl. And 2 boys inherit Zuko's both powers, both sides, and not split down the middle. They were full, so yeah. And then their daughter has a similar powers to, it's called flaming gravity. So, yeah, because it's, cool like that. So, I know it sounds like a dumb name, but that's okay. So now this is going to be the end of the What If. Please leave a like, share, subscribe, comment, and please. And so now, peace out, y'all. Peace.